Hey guys, it's Devin from the Hickman Automotive Group, and today winter has finally arrived here in Newfoundland, Canada, so why not talk about a Canadian icon for the winter season coming up? Let's talk about the all-new 2021 Nissan Rogue. The Nissan Rogue has been on Canadian streets for nearly 14 years. And it's not hard to see why it's a Canadian icon. With its intelligent all-wheel drive, all its safety features at such an affordable price, the Nissan Rogue is a staple on Canadian streets. Now with 2020 almost behind us, we have the all-new 2021 Nissan Rogue. Today we have the Platinum all-wheel drive Nissan Rogue in the third generation. Now before I dive into all the cool features you may find on this SUV, have you considered subscribing to our channel? Leave a comment below on what video you'd like to see next, and if you like the redesign of the all-new 2021 Nissan Rogue, make sure you hit the like button down below the video to let us know. Alright, so let's dive in to see all the cool features that we can find in this SUV. Alright, looking at the new redesign of the 2021 Nissan Rogue, we have some strong Nissan design elements still. We have the new V-Motion grille with some chrome accents. We have this new split headlight design. We have a cool daytime running light with our turn signal up top. We have a new LED headlight down below and fog lights way down at the bottom. We have this nice chrome trim down bottom with our black grille to really accent the vehicle. If we move down to the side of the vehicle, you can see our wheel arches are pushed out with some black cladding to give it a wider, more aggressive stance. Now, some people aren't fans of the plastic cladding that most manufacturers are now recently putting on vehicles, but on a vehicle like this with the new off-road mode, which I will comment on later, the cladding really helps to protect your paint and bodywork from debris that might fly up during your operation when driving the vehicle. The Nissan Rogue we are showing here today is fitted with the 19-inch aluminum alloy wheels with all-season rubber. Moving towards the rear, we have a stylish LED taillight and clean body lines, which finish off with a rear body colored match spoiler. Nissan's design team opted to hide the exhaust tips under the tailgate to keep a clean and uniform rear end. Another awesome feature that you can find in the 2021 Nissan Rogue is the power liftgate, which is kick operated. So if you have your hands full of groceries, boxes, a hockey bag, anything else, all you gotta do is come up behind, you just swipe your foot underneath the bumper, automatically opens for you. You can start loading in whatever you have, nice and simple. When you're done, you just hit the button up top and it automatically closes for you. It's a great feature to have on a car like this. Now with the trunk open, you can see that we have lots of cargo space for any boxes, hockey bags, groceries, or whatever we need back here while maintaining our rear seating position. Now if we do need extra room, all it is pull one of these handles and the back seats fold down flat so you can have an easy access loading area. Before I dive into the interior of the all-new 2021 Nissan Rogue, I want to show you a cool feature Nissan's design team has fitted to this vehicle. Most competitors' rear doors only open 75 to 85 degrees. Now with the new Nissan Rogue, Nissan's design team actually allows it to open a full 90 degrees straight out from the vehicle, which gives you a greater area to open up and load stuff in, like a baby seat or anything else. Nissan's design team also lowered the sills and pushed it in towards the bottom of the vehicle. That way you can stand closer, so it makes it easier to buckle into your baby seat or anything else in the back. Alright, so it's a little bit cold out there, so we decided to get inside the interior of the all-new 2021 Nissan Rogue. Now in here you'll find a lot of premium materials. It is a super nice place to be for the all-new redesign. We have all new leather seats, all new materials, all new dash layout. So let's dive in and look at all the features that you can find in here. So as I mentioned, you'll find nice premium feeling materials with a mix of leather and hard plastics. Now we have this wood trim up front, which isn't actually wood, but Nissan's use of wood-like finishes really gives it a more premium look. In the center console here, we will have this pre-scratched black, almost wood-looking plastic, which I'm really a fan of and really ties into the interior nicely, but giving it a premium feel. As mentioned, we have some nice leather wrapped all around the vehicle with stitching. We have leather around the door sides, and all your points of touch are really nice and soft and very comfortable for your sitting position. The seats fitted to the Nissan Rogue are Nissan's Pacific Zero Gravity seats for maximum comfort. They are leather wrapped with a nice cross stitching, which you don't usually find in this class of vehicle. They also electronically adjust it with driver seat memories. The steering wheel is also heated and wrapped in leather with a nice gripping position and feel. The command buttons on the wheel are well placed and easy to understand from muscle memory after just a very short time while driving the Nissan Rogue. We also find our paddle shifters just behind our controls. They are well placed and well positioned for when we want to go into our sport mode and select our own gearing. Ahead of the steering wheel we have this all new digital dash. It is completely customizable, showing you the information that you want when you're driving the vehicle. We can show a traditional look with some vehicle information, our media controls, or a full view of our navigation. Also with this model we have an all-new heads-up display unit which displays some more information like media controls, navigation, and vehicle settings right on your windscreen when you're driving. For our center control unit we can find a 9-inch multi-touch display which is a complete redesign in terms of look and operation for Nissan. Nissan has stepped away from its previous design unit with all new animations and a new interface, and the I/O is much easier to use and navigate. The display is quick to respond and the display itself is really clean and sharp, making reading text and touching commands easier. We also have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, which can be used through USB ports or through connected wirelessly through the wireless charging pad right in under our climate controls. We get to hear our music played through a premium Bose sound system, which is throughout the vehicle. Another awesome feature that we can find in the 2021 Nissan Rogue is the tri-zone climate control. That means the driver, the passenger, and your rear passengers can all have different climates going on at the same time. It's such an awesome feature to have in this class of vehicle. Moving on to our climate control settings. Now we do have a mixture of hard and touch controls for this. I hope that we stay with this trend of actual tactile buttons. As when I'm driving, I like to actually feel a turning of a knob for my climate or touching the fans, etc. It makes good muscle memory when you're driving and you don't have to look at a screen to change certain settings. So if we look at the actual controls for our climate control, we can find these hard plastic buttons, which is great. It gives a super tactile feeling. We'll find our heated seat, our heated steering wheel, actual turning knobs for turning up our temperature. We also can control the rear seats from here as well, which is a huge feature so that the rear seats don't have to control themselves. Just down below our climate control, we can find our charging pad, which I mentioned earlier, for our phone that also controls our wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. We do have a USB-C and a USB-B down below, along with a 12-volt charger and our start-stop button right there. All right, if we move back from wireless charging, we will find our center console. Our center console comes with two sizable cup holders. We do have a non-traditional shifter now. We just have to push this button. If you move it forward, we'll go in reverse, push it backward and drive, and we have a button to put it in park. We do have electronic handbrake. Now in behind and down below, we do have storage. Now down below, we have a sizable storage area, which is great for this kind of vehicle. And in the middle here, we have our cubby, which is very large and easy to fit lots of stuff. And we have our mode selection dial. Now that is new for 2021. We can move it into our off-road mode, snow, auto, eco, and sport. Depending on what mode you're in, the onboard brains of the vehicle will change the throttle response, all-wheel drive features, gearing ratios, and so much more. All right, that covers most of the front of the vehicle, so let's dive into the back and show off some of the leg room and other features that you may find out back. All right, so we've moved to the rear seat of the all-new 2021 Nissan Rogue. Now, if you were sat behind a 6-foot passenger or a 6-foot driver, there's ample leg room back here for any passenger, which is great. Down below, we have our climate control that we can control ourselves, along with our heated seats. Now, these seats back here, like I mentioned, are heated and they are leather wrapped and stitched just like the front, so it's a nice premium feel. In the middle here, we do have an armrest with 2 cup holders, which is awesome. We also have 2 cup holders right here in the doors, so loads of cup holders in this vehicle, which is a main feature. Now we do also have this pano sunroof, which does stretch all the way back to the back seats, giving nice lighting all the way throughout, which is awesome. Another cool feature that you may find in the back seats here is we also have sunshades that will block the back seats, which is also a really premium feature that you don't usually find in this class of vehicle. All right, that covers all the features of the 2021 Nissan Rogue that we're going to point out here today. Let's take it on the road and talk about the driving characteristics and the safety features that you can find. Now, before we hit the road though, have you considered subscribing to our channel yet? Comment below on what your favorite feature is that you've seen so far. And if you like this video, make sure you hit that like button down below. It really helps out our channel. All right, so let's hit the road in the new 2021 Nissan Rogue. All right, we are on the road with the all-new 2021 Nissan Rogue. Now, the Nissan Rogue is powered with a 2-liter 4-cylinder engine, which gives us 181 horsepower with 181 foot-pounds of torque. that is mated to a CVT transmission and gives us intelligent all-wheel drive with our mode selection. So when you're behind the wheel of the Nissan Rogue, it is a super comfortable and quiet ride. The suspension eats up any bumps that's in the road, and when you're sat in these zero gravity seats, it is a super comfortable, relaxed ride. The road noise is very minimum, especially for this class of vehicle, so it's a very nice place to be when driving the Nissan Rogue. The car itself handles very well around corners, especially when it's a larger SUV, and when you have it in sports mode, it does give it a more throaty and more peppy feel to the vehicle. When you're driving the all-new Rogue, you have full confidence when you're driving because of the safety package that's included with this vehicle. I'm not going to go into detail of each one, but I will give you a standard list. We have blind spot detection, lane intervention, 360 all-around monitoring system with camera integration, traffic sign recognition, rear emergency braking, rear cross-traffic alert, 360 camera system, automatic high beam, forward collision warning, adaptive cruise control, pedestrian warning, cross-traffic alert, and so much more. When we take in all the considerations of the new redesign of the Rogue, it is quite impressive what the Nissan design team has done from previous years with all the safety features, all the technology features, and the drivability of this vehicle with the all-wheel drive and everything else. You got to remember that you are in a subcompact family SUV that starts at under $40,000, which is quite the incredible package. So let's park up, dive into our last few notes about the Nissan Rogue, and close out this review. The all-new 2021 Nissan Rogue is what a model refresh should be. Nissan's design team took elements from previous Rogue models, customer feedback, and blended it into this brand new model. It is a beautiful place to either be the driver, passenger, or rear passenger, because Nissan really thought about all the features that it could pack into this compact SUV. If you're in the market for a new SUV this year, the Nissan Rogue should definitely be on your shortlist for vehicles to test and even own and park in your driveway. Alright, I'm Devin from the Hickman Automotive Group. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, make sure you do. Make sure you hit that like button below if you like this video. Comment below on what your favorite feature of this vehicle was. And until next time, guys, have a good one.